keep showing up. If no one invests in you, invest in yourself. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Even if you don't see the results right away, keep showing up until you do see the results. Even if you don't see the results for a very, very long time, keep showing up.
All right, Finbar O'Kane.
Jimmy, what's up?
O'Kane Construction.
Thank you.
What's up, man? I'm glad. I'm happy you came out.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, dude,
Appreciate
it's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, you're from Ireland, right?
Yeah, originally.
Straight off the boat.
29 years been here.
Let's go. So, 1997 you came over here?
Yes, 1997.
Started your business?
Didn't work for a couple other companies. Started my business 2002. Construction, and then developed it into dumpster company.
Awesome.
Which developed it into building new houses here and there as well.
So yeah, I mean, we've been friends for what, 7 years now, almost.
Yeah,
been in the same kind of industry. We met on a golfing trip.
Yeah,
best time of my life. One of the best times of my life meeting this guy. And then little by little, we progressed into, hey, are you available to golf today? And he's like, yeah, I am.
Or
damn right.
Or else call you and do tree work or whatever.
Yeah.
We're friends. We're not competition, but we're all friends.
Yeah, man. We gotta build those relationships together, and that's how me and you became friends, building relationships, guys we know in the industry. And again, I can't thank you enough for being on the show, on the podcast. But
no problem.
Just jumping into kind of the first question, like, what made you choose this type of work when you came over from Ireland?
Well, I worked in the industry in Ireland doing carpentry work for a couple of years before I came over here, and then I came over, and that was the industry that I was in. Then I worked carpentry work for multiple years for other American companies. I was running their jobs, doing their jobs, and just started like working for myself at the weekends and doing my own thing, which developed into like, it got tough working for the company, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go do my own work.
Yeah, you thought it would be easy, huh? But it turns out it's not as easy as
it's not as easy as anybody says it is.
Yeah, working for someone else is great because you can shut it off when you go home at night, right?
Yes.
But when you have your own company, and any of the viewers know out there, having your own company, and the people that I've had on the show, it's a nightmare.
It never ends. It's like the phone never. But you know what? Over the years, I've toned it in the contracts, like in red, white writing, no texting, no phone calls after 6 o'clock, and it like since I did that like 7-8 years ago, it has calm down. Like I don't answer the phone after 6. Hey, you can be your own worst enemy. You can answer that phone to 10 o'clock. That's your call. You're opening that kind of worms yourself.
I do it, man. Part of me is like, hey, full service. You're gonna get me no matter what.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sucks when I get a late call or late text. My wife's like, who the hell's calling you this late at night? It's like, it's a client, but some clients might not get home till that time, and I'm okay with it, but that's my sanity. Like, I have to be able to answer that phone and bend over backwards.
That's what I say email's for. You know what? Just email it over unless it's a 911 call.
And you'll get it in the morning.
You'll get it in the morning.
Yeah,
exactly. You got to have your family time. You got to have your leisure time. Like, you got to have your time to keep your mental.
Yeah. You have to have your time to keep that mental sanity for sure. Coming from Ireland, what do you think the difference between construction in your homeland in Ireland versus in the U.S.? Like, there's got to be some difference, right?
There's a lot of difference. Yeah. I'm like the quicker. Like, we run through jobs here a lot quicker and hustle them out. Like Ireland, they're on from a grade 1 to 10. Like, we're running like an 8 to a 9
really?
Here. They're like a 4 or 5. Like, yeah, we're going to get it done. It's going to get done.
A little bit more laid back.
A little bit more laid back. Plus, they're dealing with the rain and stuff's taking longer to get done.
Would you say it's easier to find like help in Ireland versus the U.S. as far? No.
Oh, we're all going through the struggles.
Really?
Yeah, we're all going through the struggle of finding help.
That's crazy.
Like, I've been looking for more carpenters, trying to find more carpenters. It's just
like I figured that like the skill set is, since you said it's a little bit more laid back in Ireland, like maybe the skill set or the quality of work's a little bit different there, but
there's a lot of good like people that's good at carpentry work and stuff, but they're feeling the pinch like we are too. There's nobody coming up behind us. Like a lot of these kids don't want to like do the work or find
Yeah.
out where. They don't understand where the real money's at.
Yeah.
It's sitting right in front of you. Just go grab it.
Just gotta go get it, right?
Gotta go get it.
You gotta get out there to make a living for yourself in this world.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you realize that at a young age. I did too. I mean, literally, like, it was great going out when I was young, I don't know, 17, 18, going to do a mulch job and collecting 1,500 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Pure profit at that point.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
one guy with me. I had to pay him $100.
But some days you wish you'd go back to that, be like dealing with the headaches of 15, 20 guys
Yeah.
and whatever, and running everything. It's just
Yeah, I mean, you do and you don't. I wish I could go back to be a little bit smaller and a little bit, not have so much overhead. But then I look at the time that I do get to spend with my kids, or if I want to take off for a week, I can.
Yeah.
I don't.
yeah, you don't
know?
because I'm like, you just bring on more.
Yeah. I mean, more headaches when you get back, but at the end of the day, I feel like I have that flexibility, and nobody can kind of tell me what to do except for my mom, who runs the office.
There you go. I'm like, I feel as if if I'm taking an afternoon off golfing, I'm taking an afternoon off. I take every Friday. As soon as it gets busy now,
Yeah.
come a Friday, I'm done at 12
That's
o'clock.
awesome.
I'm golfing every Friday.
Finbar has one of the best golf swings you'll ever see in the industry. Like, in golfing, he basically lines up total opposite of the hole and just, what is that called? A draw?
I don't know
Or
what
a
you
fade?
call it.
Whatever it
a draw,
is, you
fade.
line up completely opposite of where the hole is, and it'll go that way.
Oh, it's the middle of the fairway every time.
Middle of the fairway. Has your golf game gotten better since? I mean, we haven't golfed in about a year or so.
Yeah, it's got a little better.
Yeah, we need to get back out, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely got to get
There's always
back
a
out.
Friday afternoon available.
Yeah. So, what some Americans do a little bit different in construction? Because I have never been to Ireland. I'd love to go. Like, do they use the same kind of building products, material? Is it
Different.
drywall?
Yeah, they use drywall, different products, and they do a lot of block. They build a lot of block instead of like the
a
whole
lot of
house.
CMU is all
The house is built instead of us doing rough framing. They'll do an all block all the way up, and then they fur out the walls on the inside, and just do a lot of different. They use tile
a lot of tiles and stuff.
on the roofs. And they don't
Really?
don't do shingles over there.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it because of the atmosphere? Is it? I mean, it's not
Just
much different.
the
right?
weather.
Just the weather.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
It's just
unique.
very wet over there.
I feel like when you look at pictures from Ireland, there's just a lot of land, a lot of green open space,
Yeah.
and I feel like it'd be hard to get material there for some reason.
They've no problem getting materials.
no problem?
It's just
Just a little bit more traveling.
a little bit more like whenever I worked at home, like we always travel like an hour and a half every morning to get to work.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Belfast was like an hour and a half, maybe longer. So there's some guys I know would travel like 2.5 hours to work
Jeez.
and 2.5 hours home
Back,
every
yeah,
evening.
Yeah. Instead of like renting a hotel or
Well,
staying somewhere.
we live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Middle of
it's like
mountains.
middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
right? When's the last time you were back there? Not too long ago, right?
I was back in September. I was supposed to go home at Christmas, but we're so busy with a couple.
Do a little bit of drinking over there, or what?
No, not really. You know what? Believe it
No?
or not, when I go over there, I just hang out with family and stuff.
Yeah.
Like go do
Mom, dad still there?
just mom.
Mom, okay.
Yeah, just the brothers, 5 brothers.
Wow, 5 brothers.
5
Jesus.
brothers.
And they're still there.
they're all still there.
Are they
yeah.
younger, older?
1 older, 4 younger.
Okay. Wow.
We have a sheep farm, 200 head of sheep.
Damn. So that's cool. So you get to hang out with them, beat it up with them a little bit,
Yeah.
and enjoy their company, your family's company. Let's take it back a little bit. So you grew up in Ireland. You grew up on a farm, basically.
Yeah, grew up
Tell
on a
me a
farm.
little bit about your childhood and
So-
like how you became, how like what made you want to come to the U.S.
So grew up in the farm with the troubles and stuff in Ireland, and there was always plenty to do around the farm. Feed the sheep, and we had cattle at one stage, and then I was at high school and I got a chance at 1988. They were like, with the troubles, my father was sick, to come to America. So they were like, come to America. You stay with, I'm Catholic, stay with family, Protestant family in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania,
Wow.
for 6 weeks. Well, they had a swimming pool, they had jet skis, they had
Stuff you've never seen
they
before.
had stuff that I never seen before
Yeah.
because we never had anything. We never
Yeah.
had any of that stuff. And it always stuck in my head.
Mhm.
I'm like, and then I just sold the car in Ireland, stopped in a friend's house, He's like, I'm booking a ticket to go to Philly tomorrow to visit guys I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, book me a ticket. So I was October 97 of 12th October 97.
How old were you?
I was 21.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big move. I mean, that's a big jump.
That was a big jump. Come out here with a bunch of guys, and I was supposed to go home at Christmas. I think $1,500 saved. I'm like, no, what? I'm not going home.
No.
I stayed.
Yeah.
And that's
So you basically started your company from nothing.
from
Just
nothing.
saving up money here and
Saving
there.
up money. Never had anybody here to go to if I was stuck for money.
That's the true American dream.
That was
man.
just
That's awesome.
and I'm like, I got the dumpster company. We build houses
Yeah.
and got the construction company.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's like it's sitting in front of you. Just go grab it.
Yeah.
Like, free Facebook and Instagram.
Oh yeah.
The free advertising sitting
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, it also speaks to like the type of person you are too, because if you can come over here and build any type of company, you're doing things legit. You're not cutting corners.
yeah,
I've seen the houses you build. I pass them all the time. Like you build a great quality home. So like it speaks for the work that you do, and you'll stay busy just doing a really good job. So I don't know if that was like was that passed down to you from people that you build homes with in Ireland, or like the construction industry in Ireland? Like how did you basically say, okay, I'm going to do things right and I'll just stay busy? Like, was it?
it's easier to do it right the first time. I'm
Yeah.
like, we don't get callbacks on our jobs because we're our construction. I'm like, I pick the jobs myself.
Yeah.
And like you probably pick the jobs and like, you know what, that's not right. Let's redo it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll pick the job more than a homeowner will
Yeah.
pick the job because it's easier to do the job right the first time.
Right the first time. Yeah.
And
I mean, you know, with me, like running a bigger company and having that many guys, it's hard for me to be at those jobs. So I
Yeah.
do every now and then I have a client that might be a little picky or might pay attention a little bit to detail, but it's tough. Like I want everything to be perfect. And I want to do
we
everything
all want
by the
everything
book.
to be perfect. Yeah.
But when you have other guys out in the field, that's your name. You have to I try and make a point to stop by each job once they're started. I can't be at every
You
single
can't be at
job
every
every single
job.
day.
Yeah.
I want I go to, and this is what Company Cam. I don't know if you use Company Cam. Do you use something?
We're
like that?
looking into Jobber right now.
Okay.
We haven't looked into Company Cam right now. We're looking at these different things because
Mhm.
it's getting we ran a lot of jobs last year,
It's getting a little.
and
out
I'm
of control.
hands on. It's getting out. It's getting
Yeah.
It's like
So Company Cam is great for taking pictures and documenting things on the job. Saves me a ton of time by not being on the job because I can look at that every single night. You should definitely look into Company Cam. I'm not a spokesperson for Company Cam, but they should be paying me because because we use it so much. I think I have 35 employees on Company Cam. So the foremans basically take pictures before and after they get to a job, especially if some of the crews are on jobs for a month straight, if not 2 months. So every single day, they're mandatory to take pictures at the end. It shows me what work they got done from the prior day, but it also shows me any kind of small imperfections that I can fix when they're going out to the job that very next day. For you, if you can't be on those jobs, it's awesome because you send those foremans out, they take those pictures, boom, 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 boom. You get them in your Company Cam report, and from there you're able to see everything going on the job. It's a game changer.
yeah.
It really is.
We had 13 jobs running at one stage last summer.
Yeah.
And I was just head wracking of.
I'm sure.
But it's like,
Because you probably have your guys say, hey, send me a picture. Send me pictures of what you got done, or
Yeah.
let me see where you're at in this stage. You don't have to. It's mandatory. If they work for you, they have Company Cam and they have to log those photos at the end of the day. You can now do walkarounds for the job. So say you're going to bid a job, you can leave it on with the client as you're walking around. If they're showing you a renovation or something, you walk around the whole job with the client, do the renovation, say you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and then you hit save. It has the client's name in there, and it'll type you a report of everything you walked around the job with that client. So then you go to your estimate. Now you're going to build your estimate. Now it has a report with bulletin points on what you talked about with that client throughout the whole job. Like I said, it's a game changer.
No need for notepad and pen anymore.
No need for notepad and pen. I mean, I literally took my measurements the other day on a pool renovation, and it was 110 lineal feet of coping, 110 lineal feet of tile. I basically then got back to the to the office here, I copied and pasted it to my bidding software, and I was able and it built my quote for me right in there. All AI generated. It's nuts. It saved me probably about an hour
No,
and a half.
have you ever double checked that the
Oh, you
AI
have to
gen-
double check it all. You double check your numbers and your
Yeah.
pricing and stuff like that. But, for a $65,000 job to sit there for an hour and a half and type that up, it then took me like 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
then I double checked everything for another 10 minutes, made sure my numbers were good and sent it off. It's literally a game changer. I mean, I live by it. I mean, like,
Really?
yeah, we live by it.
Yeah, I'm still.
You gotta check that
I
out.
break everything down, and like we're all job cost plus. Like
Correct.
everything's broke down anyway.
Yep.
With job site management fee and overhead and
Mhm.
profit, so it's like everything's black and white
Yeah.
on our estimates and
Yeah.
stuff.
What CRM are you using now? Like, what software do you use now?
We do QuickBooks, but I do
Okay.
all the breakdowns myself.
All the breakdowns yourself.
I do all the
Yeah.
breakdowns myself. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's probably something that needs to
Yeah,
change.
it's tough. I mean, like literally for the past, 20 years, I was doing the breakdowns myself as well. These last couple years, we've been getting, especially with the winters being slow with hardscape work, we have like a Google Sheet where we put everything into Google Sheet and it basically spits out our numbers, our overheads in there. So you should look into that too.
Yeah.
It's a lot to input. You have office manager, somebody input it, you double check it, but it's great. That's a game changer too for us on our end.
Yeah, that's what we're realizing this year. I'm like, need to get. I need to get away from doing certain stuff, but
Yeah.
it's like you got to make sure the numbers are right.
You do, because then you're working for free.
Yeah,
We don't want to work for
How
free.
many times
We won't be golfing.
how many times have we done that? Quite a lot of times.
Way too
Way
many.
too many.
Way too many.
We've worked.
Everyone
for
does
free.
it. If somebody
Everybody.
tells you, if somebody's in business and they tell you they haven't done something for free,
Yeah.
they're lying because either that or they don't know the industry that good. But every now and then you take a small hit. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a part of doing business.
And
I
it
mean,
makes us tougher.
it does.
I
Because it's like, dude, I do not want to lose that money anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, I've added more stuff to the contract, more stuff to the contract. I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
stop jobs right now if they're a couple
Yeah.
payments behind. I'm like, just stop.
Absolutely.
Just stop the job.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it on hold for a week. And then once they realize nothing's getting done, it's like, hey, come back here. I'll pay. I'll give you your check now.
Yeah, it's like, well, you get paid to go to work. We get paid to go to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be paying us. So
Yeah.
it's like,
You go get a haircut, man. You pay when you're done,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
that's
real.
it. You don't go to the grocery store and get 6 bananas and like, I'm just going to pay for 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Unless you want to go to jail. So like, all right. So going back, I'm just like infatuated by the fact that you came over from Ireland for nothing. For me as an American, like, it's not that it was tough, but like when I first started, it's a lot easier. It was a lot easier then to start a business than it is now. I personally don't think, unless I had the right amount of money to start a whole business over again.
I think it'd be a lot easier now to start a business. than
Really?
Back in 2002 when I started. Because now you have Facebook, you have Instagram. Any of these.
Maybe on the advertising side of
On the
things to get work.
advertising, yes.
And that's why you see a lot of companies that start a business and go out of business right away
Yeah.
because they can't do it. But for me, for the labor force side of things, it's really tough to find those key kind of components
Yeah.
to then start a business. And I mean, maybe not start a business that like a small business, sure. But if you're trying to like grow to a big business,
Yes.
you're not going to be able. I mean, I can't tell you how many interviews I did this off season
Oh,
for key employees.
yes.
you know?
I think we need to start looking at Williamson, bringing guys in and grooming them.
Mm-hmm. I try. That's
You
why I got
tried
a lot
it.
of young bloods working for me. My son, who's 20 years old, like, I'm training him now, and that's great. And I got 3 more sons behind him. You know what I mean?
you're just grooming
I got
all
a
the
whole
sons.
football team, bro. Like
There
they're
you
coming
go.
up. Once they hit, man, watch out, other hardscapers. Once all my kids get to be that age where they can drive, it's going to be a game changer. But I still got many more years for that to happen. But
That's
no,
awesome.
like he cares, and he's damages a lot of
I
shit.
see him doing the videos and stuff. He
Yeah.
he's really got.
He's good on the camera.
He's good in the camera.
Yeah.
He's got his act together for that stuff.
Yeah, he does a really good job. But like what was it the other day? I was talking with my mom who runs the office, and like like he damaged something on a job, and he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that goes a long way with like our reputation. Like you got to be careful, right?
Yes.
You got to be careful. You can't just
But accidents
be a
happen.
bull in a china shop. I mean, I did it. Don't get me wrong.
We all did it.
But I also like care too, and he cares. But some employees don't care. And you're gonna get those people that just want their 8 and skate. You gotta find those right employees.
The right
that
one
actually
wants to be like on the job at 7:15 instead of like, oh, it's 7:30. On the job 7:15, waiting to get right.
Yeah.
All right, waiting for 7:30.
And I feel like business owners like me and you were good employees because we probably back then we cared about our job. The money was decent, but we actually cared about who we were working for, and we wanted to progress. So we were actually naturally, we were actually like, hey, I don't care. I'll stay till 5 or I'll stay till 6 or whatever. I'll get the job done.
It's tough to trying to get these guys to stay after.
They want to go. Anymore. They want to go to the
4
bar.
o'clock.
After work
4 o'clock. They're done. They're 8 hours. I'm like they don't like guys. If you work an extra hour every day, 5 days a week, that's an extra 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's an extra. Say you're on $30 an hour.
Yeah, plus, I mean, I don't know if you give them overtime or not, but I sure do, and it sucks having to do that. But you can't pay anybody cash.
No,
you
cash.
can't
what is cash anymore? I don't even know.
Cash used to be king, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, I haven't heard of cash or saw cash in a while.
Like, how many, going back on the build, you build custom homes. Like, how much land do you have coming up? Is it easy to find land right now? Is it tough?
In the process of trying to work a deal right now for something that could be a big deal.
Nice.
I'm gonna know later on, maybe tomorrow, about this one. But we're building one in Havertown right now and sell that. And we'll see how this deal goes for another.
So you have what? A couple homes going on now, or just one?
Just the one got up right now in Havertown. 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. Hoping to list that for like 1.8.
Nice. Is that a good return on the?
That'll be a good return on that one. That'll be a good return.
Yeah, you're big into building homes in Havertown. Like you find that market still being pretty strong.
It's pretty strong. That area is just a school district.
Yeah, I mean it's a beautiful area too.
Yeah,
like
you got to stick with the area where.
Yeah, you're not going to be trying to build homes, in Lower Delco where it's not as much.
What we're looking at is in Lower Marion. Ardmore. The next thing we're looking at.
Is that like a cul-de-sac or a couple homes all in one?
Might be 12 in the one spot. We'll see how it goes.
So you'll pretty much build one as a spec home, sell that, start the rest, or are you going to go in and try and build 2 or 3?
Probably just going to knock out all 12 in one shot.
Really? Jesus. Yeah. I mean, hey, you save on some money with the foundation guys and the
that's
framing
the thing
costs.
is like your townhouse is boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm actually. I don't know if you know any guys down near the Jersey Shore that do foundations or what, but I'm about to build a vacation home down there. I bought a nice 1.5 acre lot down there, and I want to build something up down there.
The guys I use, the Lancaster guys all go down there.
Did they? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to. It's tough because I don't know anybody down there too well to be able to.
Well, you might have to pay an extra on a travel expense.
That's not a huge
which is
problem.
Understandable because then are you building on sand?
Well, it's off the shore. It's inland, right?
So it's
not on the island.
It's
right outside of Sea Isle. It sits on 1.5 acres. I got approved to build, I think, a 7,000 square foot home. There's a house there now that we have to demo and take out. It's built in the 1800s, so it's almost 200 years old.
Well, level that.
It's crazy. Well, that's the thing. I feel bad because it's not a historic building, but I feel bad because I don't want to level it, kind of. But it's been added on so much that you can't.
No.
Like, I did that with my house, and I love my house, but I hate the layout. If I could have changed it, I would have changed it. I probably would have saved money.
No, looking back, you probably would have been like, I should have just leveled that thing.
I probably should have.
Yeah, it's funny how like people come to me and they're like, I want to add this and this. I'm like, you should just move in here, relax yourself, chill for a minute, just see what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
And let it settle for a year. You'll change your mind, and then we'll come back. Well, you know what? You were right.
Yeah.
We're going to do this now instead of doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, building homes, I feel like could be tough because there's so many different options these people you know, like, especially if you're building a home for someone that, you know, is coming to you to build a home.
Yeah.
You're building houses.
I'm building them, and we're finishing them, and we're selling them.
And then you're selling them.
Yeah, I'm not letting anybody pick and choose on that
because
stuff.
that could get like a pain in the
Oh,
ass.
that can get like upcharges and like get everybody all twisted up and adding on to the mortgage and changing.
Yeah, you're doing it right. I mean, you're basically building a house and saying, hey, here's what you're getting, and you're advertising it, I guess, a couple months before sale or something like that, so you can try and
not
lock it
letting
in.
anybody in until it's finished.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Congrats to your success, man. I love
appreciate it.
I love
And
hearing guys
you
doing.
you
good
too.
job.
You've been kicking ass and taking numbers.
I'm trying, man. Yeah, I'm trying, dude.
Pro trees. What's
Yeah.
next?
Oh, dude, nothing. I kind of want to get these companies to where they run kind of efficiently and then just kick back, you know, or just have
relax.
Them. Yeah, I'll never be able to relax.
No.
I want to play more golf though.
Yeah, well, let me know. Let's go.
I might join White Manor with you.
No, it's
How do
only
you
around
like
the
it?
corner.
How do you like it over there? I actually like it. I love it over
I
there.
like it over there.
Yeah?
It's good.
Getting along with all the guys.
Getting
the good guys?
along. We're actually just bringing out a bunch of guys I know. Like, are coming to me, like, hey, I've interviewed contractors and stuff. And I know you really don't want to do work for people at the club, but can you come talk to us?
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's where you make a lot of connections at.
Yeah, I'm making great connections. I just tell the people, just tell my friends how it is, and they're like, that's great. Just come knock it out.
Yeah. And, you know, there are a bunch of wealthy guys that all know you from golf, and they probably understand what type of person you are. You're a go-getter. You're from Ireland. You got a cool accent, you know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's use this guy because he stands behind his name.
I'm a straight shooter. You know,
Correct.
there's so many contractors out there just like, they give enough information, but they don't give more than enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. I'll tell you how it is straight up. If you don't like it, I don't care.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're still gonna live your day or go by your day the same way you've been doing.
And I'm friends. Like, I have another Irish guy. He's another contractor. I'm friends with multiple other contractors. Because I don't need anything. Like, we help each other out.
Yeah.
We don't need anything from each other.
Yeah.
And it just makes life easier.
Yeah, it does.
Like my buddy John, I'll call him like, hey, can you help me out with this? No problem. And if his guys aren't busy, he'll send his guys to me, or vice versa.
Yeah. That's how you build those relationships over time, over the years and over the time. It's like, you know, if your framer can't frame your house, maybe you'll call John's framer, or maybe you both use the same guy, but it's still like you have someone to lean on. And I think, you know, that's
big in this business. It's like, hey, do you get any of this, or you get that? It's like, it's easier to work together than work against each other. And it's like a lot of guys don't get this.
Yeah.
Like pick up the phone, like, hey, just it's easier. Like Jeremy. Jeremy's like, he's competition, but he's one of your best friends. He's a friend.
He's a good guy. He's a great guy to know. I mean, he's, you know, growing up in the tree industry, it's tough. Like, you know, a lot of these bigger guys have been around for a long time. Jeremy started his company basically right before I did with the tree industry, but I seen him all over town when I had my landscape and hardscape business, you know, and I never formally got to meet him, but he got introduced to me through a friend, and we saw each other at a tree expo, and we just got to know each other, and then we always just call each other and bullshit. Like, hey, did this guy come over to you? Because guess what? I don't think you want him. Or did this guy come over to you? Like, I would never call intentionally one of his guys and be like, hey, come work for me.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
No.
Right? And I don't want to be that guy because I know everybody in the industry, and I don't want to be known for that guy.
No.
I've been around long enough to know who those type of guys are. Right?
There's a lot of those guys.
There's a lot of those guys.
They
out
just
there,
jump
man.
from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. I'm like, they don't understand, like, to ground themselves and like, be a real worker. And
well, with tree climbers, it's tough because like they'll be like, oh, well, this guy, I'm gonna leave. I've worked for you for a year. I've never missed a paycheck, but I'm gonna leave for an extra $1 an hour to go work with this other guy. It's like, go ahead, right? Go ahead, go work for that guy and see what it's like, right? He may not have the best equipment. He may not have the best, you know, staff or whatever. His jobs may be underbid, and he's pushing you to get through.
But that $1's a lot.
Well, I mean,
I'm only messing with you.
I understand. It can be a lot if you're working crazy overtime hours, but how much more manual labor are you going to have to do? And it might not be $1, it might be $5. Somebody might be offering someone else $5 more an hour. but they don't get along with the certain guys on that crew. It doesn't pay. Like
It just-
work with that company, grow up. If that and then that guy tries to come back to me and say, "Well, here's my pay stub. Here's what I was making. I was making an extra $5 with this guy for a year, but I want to come back to you." I'm like, "No, I'm going to give you what I paid you when you left.
Yeah.
You're not worth any more money to me if you can't
But
get
but if
any
he,
more work
but
done."
if he had stayed the extra year, he would have got the $5.
He probably would have. Yeah.
And like
It's
they don't.
stupid for them to just bounce around.
Yeah, they don't look at the long jeopardy of like
Mhm.
all right, I put my time in with this, and it's more than just a
Yeah.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Be there for the company.
Yeah.
Be a company guy.
Yeah. It's tougher for me, I think, on the hardscape side of things because we're doing outdoor work and there's a lot of guys that think they can jump into it and do what we do. I'm sure it's some of the same lines of on the carpentry
You
side.
know how
of
many
things.
jobs I look at a year? I look at 5 or 6 jobs a year that, the contractor was in here and walked off the job.
Yeah. Oh, I
You-
see that too.
Younger guys or whatever, and like no one like that's the other thing we're
Yeah.
getting on AI and all this. Like these younger guys are just like, yeah, I'm selling jobs and doing jobs or selling jobs.
Yeah. They get in over their head
They
too.
don't know what they're doing. Don't have good subs. Don't know what they're
Mhm.
doing, and it's like you're looking. I'm like, I've looked at jobs. I'm like, I'm sorry, but we got to rip
All of it out.
all this out
Yeah.
and get to the base of it and start from the ground back
Yeah.
up again because we don't know what's hidden.
What you're getting into, what's behind the walls already, if they framed
Yeah.
it right. Yeah. So it's kind of like that on my side of things too. But like you got a lot of these guys that go from landscape to then hardscaping and they're undercutting pricing. So it's like really tough because there's so many, I feel like there's so many more landscape, hardscape guys out there than there are custom quality carpentry guys out
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? So it's a little tougher on my side of business. And that's why I mean, I talk to a decent amount of other contractors in my industry, but the bigger guys, the smaller guys, they all try and call me and pick my brain and all this stuff. And I don't give them that much information. But I hate seeing some of the shit that they do because it's crap work. They're still using modified stone underneath of their patios when it should be all open grade, clean stone. And it just kind of pisses me off because I may have lost the job to that one guy because he was $10,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they're doing.
But the
better
one good
quality
thing
work.
about it, like 5 years from now, you're going to go back and do that job right.
I look at that a lot. It's like I can't tell you how many tree companies want to sell out, right? And they call me and they're like, "Hey, you want to buy my company?" It's like, no, I'm gonna get that work anyway.
Yeah.
They're gonna call me anyway for your, not, they're gonna look at like the biggest companies around and be like, I'm gonna get that call anyway. I can't afford to buy your company if you're maybe doing,
The
$700.
funniest one was about 2 years ago. I'm like, priced a bathroom for a woman. I was like, you're 24,000.
Mhm.
She calls me up 6 months later. She's like, can you look at the bathroom again? I went over there, looked at the bathroom. I'm like, unreal.
Somebody
Somebody
jumped
did
in.
the bathroom. She was like, can you fix this? I'm like, there's no fixing this here. I'm like, it's
It's
a
a
full
shame.
gut. She's like, what price? I'm like, whatever price I gave you, probably be a little more. I'm like, full gut, full redo.
That's a
It's
shame.
crying shame. She was like, and then I said to her, I'm like, what price? She's like, well, these 11,000. I'm like, nobody does
What?
bathrooms
That's
for
way-
11,000.
That's too far off.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
too
like-
far off.
Some of these homeowners are their own problem.
Yeah.
They create the problem.
Yeah.
They're cheap, cheap, cheap.
Yeah.
You want cheap, cheap, cheap. You get shit.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true, and that's part of the reason why I like having guys like you on. And I started this podcast is because eventually I want to get some more of like clients in here to understand how they look at it. Is it price? Is it quality you're shopping for? Everybody has a budget. I get that, but it's like hiring a mechanic, right? Mechanics are kind of known for this.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna go to that crap mechanic that doesn't have an idea what he's doing, but can put on a tire and brakes, but shortcuts the tire and brakes, you're gonna be going with using the cheapest brake pads.
Yeah.
You're now gonna be paying for that double in a year, where you're gonna have to do two brake changes a year versus just doing it once the right way and spending an extra
Yeah.
$200-300 on better brake pads. It's the same concept, just applies to our industry. And people don't understand that. And like, that's part of the reason why I wanted to start this podcast. Everybody thought I was nuts. I got some haters out there like,
Oh, we all get haters.
dude,
we
it's
all
crazy.
get haters.
It's
You know
freaking
what?
crazy. Like,
It gotta be-
listen, I didn't jump into this to be a podcaster
Yeah,
for the rest of
I-
my life and
I-
make $1 million off
yeah.
a podcast.
Um,
I want to inform people
Of what?
on how to do things and why things should
Yeah.
be done a little bit different. I'm not perfect,
None of us
No-
is perfect,
no-
but
nobody's
I'm
perfect.
like, We know each other. Like, I love to see people be successful.
Yeah.
I have a couple of younger Irish guys, and I'm like, help them here and there, and
Yeah.
like tell them numbers and
Yeah.
help them out and stuff. I'm like, I like to see people grow
Grow.
and be successful.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm hoping to be done with the construction end in the next 3 to 4 years
Yeah.
and just concentrate on building new houses
Yeah.
and doing the dumpster company.
Yeah.
But it's like it's there. I've grown the construction company. My phone rings off the hook.
That's good, man.
Rings off the hook.
Yeah. people hear your accent and just call you, and they know that you're going to do a good job, because most guys that come over from a different country are going to do things by the book, but they're just they know that you're skilled in that trait somehow.
I got a name.
Way.
Yeah, I got a name in Havertown. My name sticks. I'm like, people call me. Like,
Sticks, right? Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, we're told to call you. We're calling you.
Yeah.
I'm not the cheapest.
It's not because of your golf game.
Not because of my golf game. I'm not the cheapest, but I'm not the most expensive either. Man, it's the job's like you. The job's done. We're priced right to do the job
the right way.
Right way.
I told somebody today, like I'm sure you have too. Like, we've been in the business long enough to where we do work for some very wealthy, famous people, and I'm fortunate to do work for those type of people. But I'm going to charge you the same way as I would charge one of those famous people.
Yeah.
It's all by the square foot, the lineal footage. I'm not going to price gouge you just because you're
live
famous.
in a different zip code. Your zip code's different, so you're going to get charged. No, I'm the same way. I'm like, here's your breakdown cost, and the breakdown cost is the same breakdown cost for that guy over in that area.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing to hide.
No.
We're in business to make money, and if we'd be lucky if we could hit 15 to 21% margins, and that's all I'm going for.
It's like last year I was met with a guy, and it was like, he's like looking at all the breakdown costs, and there was an addition job.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so how many additions do you have going at the one time? I'm like, probably 4, maybe 5. He's like, so all your overhead and all these jobs are all the similar, and all your profits? I'm like, maybe here and there.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? He's like, well, I think you should work with me. I'm like, no.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, the overhead's the overhead.
Does not work like that. So I had one job, and this is gonna pan out to my next question. But before then, I had one job over in Villanova, where I'm not gonna mention the nationality of the guy or whatever, because I don't do that. But I had one job. At the end of the job, we built a pavilion. We did a nice patio, water feature. We had leftover framing material on the job. It was probably about, 15 2x4s, like 5 or 10 sheets of plywood. We had some capping. We had, I always over order my pavers, and with Teco block, you got to buy by the pallet. So there was probably, I think there was like a half a pallet of pavers there. He wanted a credit back for all the leftover material on that job. I said, absolutely not. That's part of my profit. That goes into my profit. He argued with me, and he owed me like 20 grand. He argued with me for about a week and a half straight.
Really?
For me to get paid
I
on
would have
that
pulled
job.
up a dumpster and tossed
Dude,
all that into the dumpster.
I was ready to, but then they put something on Facebook, and you look bad.
It takes
and
one.
You're the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I told him, you're absolutely not getting anything back for the extra framing material and stuff like that. I gave him the half a pallet of pavers to keep, just in case one went bad or whatever, and he was okay with it. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, seriously, are you kidding me right now? We're literally standing on this job, kind of arguing back and forth.
But I always over order because
you have to.
It cuts down on the if you're
running back and forth.
If you're short, say you're short 15 2x4s. Well, the guy's got to run pick them up. That's gas, fuel. That's overhead. And you know what? You waste 15. It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it sucks to even have to deal with those type of clients, but that stemmed from having salespeople that I trusted to go out there and try and sell that on the job. And like you said, you keep adding more and more things to your estimates and your quote.
Different.
Every client is different, but like, for me to go out to a job or you to go out to a job, you understand, you could read that person right away. You can then you leave that job and say, fuck that. I'm not doing anything for this client. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want the headaches.
I've had the clients that I never see. We just get them, we get the job done. I have clients that are there every day.
Looking over your shoulder.
I'm like, there's all different types and different kinds.
There is. And I value every client. So don't think that like I'm picking or being, belittling or whatever on that side of things. But I'm at the point, and you're at the point too, where we can pick and choose on who we want to work for.
And it's a level of respect. I say
It
to people,
is.
I'm like,
It is.
if you respect me as a contractor, I respect you as a homeowner.
Yeah.
And it's all respecting each other. I'm like,
No-
we all go to work to pay bills.
Yeah.
We all do the same
None
thing.
of that, but you're going to answer the phone when they call. You're not going to run off with their deposit check. You're not some.
And there's so many guys do
there
that.
are.
And I'm like, those guys get away with it.
They
And
do.
they keep getting away with it.
There's a guy in like Villanova who we have mutual friends who he was doing the job for, and this poor guy got taken advantage for like $140,000. The neighbors down the street are suing the same guy. They got taken advantage for like a couple $100,000. This guy is getting sued for like over $500,000 right now for building outdoor projects that he never completed. He walked off the job, and he's not even in jail right now. Isn't that
That's
nuts?
insane.
That's freaking nuts, dude. Like, I never once took a deposit and not showed up or not finished the job.
I
Never in my life.
Yeah.
Never. And you know what? It's the sad thing about it is like they'll
keep going.
They'll keep going because they'll either file for bankruptcy or whatever it is, and then they'll start a new business underneath it, whether it's their name or their wife's name or something. It's just crap,
And they keep just
dude.
screwing people over.
They do. And, I pull up to a job and the customers are on eggshells because I'm a younger guy. They don't know. They might
Watch
they
out
might
for
know
this
now.
guy.
Yeah.
This guy's younger.
Watch out for
him.
this handsome guy. But no, I've never been that guy to ever take a deposit. And part of me, I don't really take deposits, especially for these like large pool jobs. Give me 3% down. I'm gonna hold that. That's gonna lock you in for a date, but that's also gonna make sure that, and it's non-refundable, because if you back out on a job, oh well. Like,
Yeah.
we've done a lot of legwork from now until then. Pool jobs, additions, they take a while, right? But I don't take any money until the day I show up. Real money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a lot of
They feel comfortable
legwork
about
goes
that.
into a lot of stuff we do.
Yeah.
We spend 30, 40, 50 hours getting getting the job to a contract
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you want a deposit. Yeah, want a deposit just to lock you in place. It's like,
Yeah. I had one $300,000 job back on me this year. Part of it, I think, had to do with one of my old sales guys. I don't know if they didn't disclose the right information, but anything. I make every single client sign off on their proposal, and then they accept and it's part my fault because I was never on my sales guide to take a deposit from that client. So I had zero money down from this guy, but he signed a contract saying if he backed out, it would be 10%, right? So the guy hemmed and hawed with me for about 2 weeks straight to pay this 10%. $300,000 job, that's $10,000.
That's 30 grand.
Or 30 grand. Yeah, my
Yeah,
math
sorry.
is off.
Can I get a job done by you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Alrighty.
My math is off. But what I was saying is we settled with the guy for $10,000, right?
Yeah.
So, and don't get me wrong, like, it's not like I did nothing. We worked with this client for about 6 months straight. We weren't quite to the filing the permit phase, but we did all this legwork. We had 3 or 4 meetings with him.
Drawings.
My sales guys, drawings. He drew everything, and the back and forth, the material selection, stuff like this. It really pissed me off because I feel like this guy is going to go with some other company and who knows.
Use
whatever.
all
my designs and stuff like that.
Yeah, get it for half the price, and the 10,000 was actually cheap to get your info.
Yeah.
But there's so many different.
But he hemmed and hawed for like a couple weeks straight. He didn't want to pay this money. And I'm like, dude, like, we have a lot of time invested in this. It's not like this stuff is free here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, I can tell you stories with times I spent with people and wrote up 30-page estimates
and never seen anything back.
and
from it.
then ghost you.
Yeah.
Be like,
At least call and be like, hey, your price is a little bit higher. I feel like I had a good connection with somebody else. I'm going to go the other route. I would have been like,
just-
sure, fine.
And then get a hold of the guy. Like, dude, can you stop pestering me? I'm like, I spend a lot of time with
Yeah.
you. Well, I went somewhere else.
Yeah.
Ju-
Yeah, they don't even answer the phone. They see they see your number come up and they hit the
We're in
button
a
on
business where the respect. That's what I'm saying. The respect part is just like, well, if you don't like the estimate, just let me know. A little bit of respect. We're moving on in another direction.
Correct.
Or something.
Yeah, sometimes it's better off.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. That's why I get
Yeah.
anymore. I'm like, if it's not for me, it's not for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm moving on.
Yeah. For the viewers out there, what is the craziest thing you've seen on a job site? Like
Crazy.
it's a tough question because you may not have some crazy things. I mean, has there been like ever fights on any type of job sites? Like, what's the craziest thing you've seen on a job site?
Craziest thing I were made to do. We started a job in Gladwin one time,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to we were starting a master bedroom bathroom remodel. And first day, she's like, "You guys are building a stairwell outside the house." Like, we're doing what? She's like, "You guys got to build a stairwell outside the house leading to the master bedroom bathroom."
What?
I'm like, "What?"
Instead of going in through the house and
Instead of going to, so we had to shut the whole job down, build a set of stairs outside the house, go to the master bedroom.
did you charge her for it?
Oh, we charged her
Oh,
for
you
it.
did, absolutely.
But it was just like, whoa. It's like,
Where did this?
this
I
is
like
Gladwin.
that was never really disclosed.
There was no discussion of this, but it's like the
And
angle.
those type of people have the power to try and do that.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're willing to pay for it, I'll build you
Oh,
the
they paid
Taj
for it to a
Mahal.
certain point,
Yeah.
but then I had to put a lien against their property to get
Really?
to get final payment from them.
Isn't
They were
that
just-
crazy? Because they think that you don't have enough money to fight them in court or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was just they were just,
That's wild.
and he was playing they were playing games against
Yeah.
me. It was just like crazy, like.
That's so tough being a contractor. Like, and that's part of the reason why, like, I never really did a lot of that real big commercial building patios for these big, like I had a chance to, I actually had it pretty much on lock. I had a chance to build, like 150 patios for new homes going in. And in the contract I was reading, it was like, oh, if we don't get paid, we're not liable to pay you. And it was like a little over a couple million, like it was a couple $1 million job, like patios,
I'll stay away from the
walkways.
commercial.
And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna spend all this time putting all my eggs in one. And to mention, not to mention, like the deposit wasn't the right structure either.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, build this patio, we'll pay you for that, and then build this patio, we'll pay you for that one, or build 10 of them, then we'll pay you for 10 of them. It was like absolutely not
Commercial's tough.
commercial stuff, because then you put all your money, all your time and effort.
120 days.
Yeah.
Like
Screw
I
that.
way back at the beginning, I did a lot of commercial work, and like one time I got burnt for 180. Didn't get burnt for it. It took 12 months to get it.
Yeah, but
But-
that's a long time.
But by
to
the
get that
time
much
that
money.
12 months came around, my credit was hit already.
Yeah, I'm
because
sure.
it was like way back 2004 or 2005, like just starting out
Yeah.
too. It was like that was chunk tea.
That's a lot of money. They want you to be the bank, and
Yeah.
I'm on the other end. I'm like, hey, I'm not a bank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build
your
you a hell of a price.
your interest is cheap. It's
Yeah, but-
financing.
Yeah, but still, I'm not a bank. I'm not gonna spend all this money and time and all this effort and then wait 90 days for you to pay me. Like
Yeah.
that's not how it works. I set the terms on these residential jobs. I'm gonna hit 100 to 110% of your expectations, but I'm not a bank. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's
Yeah, stick with the residential stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, I got out of commercial. I'll never do commercial stuff again.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. What do you think's more dangerous, the job site or the business side of things?
But the business side. of
I
things.
feel like the same
Oh,
way,
yeah.
man. The business side of things was never like my strongest point. Like I never went to business school. I jumped right into it as a young kid, so I never knew how
The
those
worker
things.
comp stuff really gets me. We keep paying into it and paying into it and
Mhm.
paying into it every year. I know you guys get hurt. I haven't had any claims in a couple of years.
Yeah,
But if you it's just like we keep paying in and keep paying in and keep paying in. You'd think the longer we keep paying into it, the better rate we'd get. No,
Mm-mm.
it's just crazy. And then we get the audits. We
Yeah.
have to get audited for our workers.
yeah. It's all based on the amount, like your payroll.
yeah, your payroll.
It sucks because you want to keep adding guys, but yet your comp's going to go up no matter what. So like, there's no easy way about it. I mean, for my tree company, we're like 25 to 30 grand a month
yeah.
in comp, working
It's
comp.
crazy. I'm like, you think, PA, let's create some kind of for a better business. The more you grow, the better rate we'll give you.
Yeah. Or the less claims you have, the better rate
Yeah,
you'll
something
get. Yeah.
like let's talk to a Senate person and see who can jump in and like, all right, guys, I see what you are doing.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are like paying
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm like saying, like we pay too.
It's nuts. I had a buddy who couldn't get workman's comp anymore because he had a couple big claims. He had to get comp through the state. Like, that's insane.
I've
And it was
had
double.
subs give me a siding and roofing guy give me. I'm like, I come in and I'm like, PA, Pennsylvania, workers like from
Yeah.
from PA.
That's crazy.
It was-
It's nuts, man.
Yeah, unreal.
So, are guys built different in Ireland than they are here? Like
Yeah.
they're
The guys are
their work ethic.
We're
Like,
just workers. We're hustlers.
Yeah.
We're workers.
yeah.
Like
I think I have a little Irish in me.
There you go.
I'm full Italian, but
Yeah.
my dad's full Italian. My mom's like a
Well,
mixture of things.
like I
but
said, I grew up in the farm. Like us farmers, like from Ireland, we're
you
all-
weren't afraid to work when you
we
were
weren't.
younger.
We're workers, but the
Yeah.
townies, like
The town, yeah.
we call them townies.
Townies.
The townies,
Yeah.
they don't even know. Some of them knows how to work, some of them don't. But if you're a farmer, you're from Ireland, you're a worker.
You're up at 5:30 in the morning. I mean, you're nonstop all day long.
Yeah,
I feel like that's why like the I feel like the Amish, right? I feel like that's why the Amish are pretty successful because they're not afraid to jump.
they're
right
not
in and
afraid
work.
to work. Yeah,
You know, and that's part of how I was so successful. Is like my dad at a young age was like, all right, he was a general contractor, additions, bathrooms, came from building homes with my cousins over in Norristown, Gambone builders, Filomeno and Salamone. He framed all their houses. But when I was, my parents were divorced, but my mom used to drop us off or my dad would pick us up. My mom would drop us off the job sites, and for the next hour and a half while my dad was finishing up the job, go pick up all that wood. Go,
Well-
bang these nails in for this, for this roof or whatever it was. We were always working.
well, that's
On the
where you got your
weekends-
work ethic.
Well, correct. On the weekends, he'd be like, "Oh, by the way, we got to cut 20 lawns on a Saturday." I was 12 years old with a weed whacker. Or, on the weekends, he'd make me weed whack the back crick, at his
it was
at his
it
house.
was drum dinty. It's like
I
you're reading-
enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but I was at that point in time. I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I had that kind of like.
But now you
negative attitude,
respect
but-
it.
Oh, I respect him because he would chase me around the house with a wooden spoon, or like, if I pissed him off, like,
Yeah.
he wasn't the guy to be like, go sit in that corner. He'd be like, yo,
Yeah.
get your ass in gear and go
I
grab
see-
that shovel.
yeah.
Now you're shoveling. You're just gonna sweep the whole rock. You're gonna sweep around the pool. or
But
you're gonna,
but the kids don't. The parents don't do that anymore. I'm like, you got to come to work. You got to do this. I
Yeah.
seen me and my older brother getting home from school in May, and it was sheep shearing time. All right, let's see if we can. We'd
How
race
ma- race each other. Yeah.
We'd race each other to see how many sheep you'd
Yeah,
see. Me and my
yeah.
older brother.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about going to school with black eyes, a sheep beating you in the face,
Kicking you and shit.
kicking you in
yeah.
the face and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you always had to have a good story with them.
Would
for
you
the
would
black
you guys
eyes.
do something with like the fur or like
Not
No?
Didn't really get that much money
There's
for it.
not-
We
there's
still
not
had
much-
to bag it up and send it off,
okay?
and then
That's wild.
we'd be going to the mountains to foot turf.
Wha-
Ah, it's a whole foot and turf. It's a whole
Foot
thing.
and turf.
Foot and turf. So they'd have these machines, like the mountains would have this turf, like black.
Okay.
You'd foot the turf and dry them out,
Yeah.
and then you'd burn it in your fire.
Really?
It would be like wood.
Okay.
So I hated that. That was
Dude.
horrible. That was back breaking.
They come out just covered in soot and
well,
shit.
there's a machine would take out like 6 rows of turf in a row and round
Okay.
rows. You'd wait till they're dry, then you turn them
Roll 'em.
over. Then you go back and you'd foot them up like this here and let them dry, and then you have to bag them up, take them home. Oh, it was just
Jesus,
torture.
sounds
I was
like a
so
pain in the
glad to
ass,
get
yeah.
away from
Yeah,
all
I'm
that.
sure.
I'm like, America,
Couldn't wait to
me
get the
my
fuck
ticket.
outta here.
Get me the fuck away out of here.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was great.
Dude, I mean, like, going back on like hard work pays off. I'm sure you're looking back now like, damn, I'm glad I did what I did. And same here,
Yeah. No one was easy.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was burnt. I got burnt. I'm sure you get burnt.
Yeah.
I get burnt sometimes. I'm like, I was living on bread and
Yeah.
eggs. It was like months. I'm like,
Mhm.
I tell you stories about guys who put
Oh,
me
yeah.
put me in spots.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't dead poor. Like my mom was basically a single mom. My dad, I saw every other weekend. That's where I learned how to work and how to do everything. I see my mom raise us as basically a single mom her whole life and doing everything she could to just provide for her kids, right?
Yeah, and you saw the hustle she went
I
through.
saw the she worked 2 jobs and was teaching at Delaware County Community College on the side, just in order to be able to.
Your mom's
keep-
still a hustler.
Oh, she's still
She's a
hustles, man.
hustler.
She's
She
a-
keeps your ass straight.
She does. She does. Yeah. I mean, sometimes we butt heads a little bit in the office because it's when it comes down to it, it's my company and I want to do what I need to do. But she's like, no, we need to do it this way. I'm like, no, Absolutely not. This is what I want, and this is the reasons behind that. So we butt heads a little bit, but
Yeah,
I love
no,
seeing her every day. I love seeing my son every day, and I get to work with him every single day, whether it's in the field or not. But, and I feel like when he was younger, he was always on the job sites with me. I was always whenever I could, he'd come plowing with me in the back of the truck for 8 hours, 8 hours a day, and he loves plowing now. I can't stand it,
So he never did college or any of that.
Nah. He tried doing his own landscape thing, but again, it was tough for him to find employees.
So
and get to that next level.
what's your touch like being American, sending your kid to college? What like hard grafting or college?
Well, for one, I feel like the school system does not teach the things that they need to teach in order for kids to be successful. They teach you about history, which I love history. I love science. Don't get me wrong, that they're a must, right? To some extent. Don't teach it all season, all year long. You know what I mean?
They don't even teach the kids how to balance a checkbook.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Or what a bank account is.
Balance a checkbook. Learn how to do taxes, right?
Yeah.
How to file for certain taxes. Learn a little bit of hard work. Make them sweep the class at the end of the day or something. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of hard work. Polish these seats before you leave. Let's learn about, English for sure. You got to learn about English. Spanish, whatever. I mean, you need to know how to speak a little bit. Numbers for sure.
Numbers, yeah.
That's the biggest thing that I never paid attention to where like when I started really doing estimates, it's all numbers. It's
all
game.
numbers.
Not only that, but balancing checkbooks, stuff like that. I feel like they got to get out of their own way and teach the real life shit that we all go through. Because when I started my business, it's like, I didn't know where to put the money. I didn't know how to set up a bank account. I didn't know how to balance.
I self-taught myself QuickBooks.
Yeah, QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Learn a CRM, right? Have them instead of computer class doing the Oregon Trail or whatever the hell they used to teach us or whatever. But like, learn a QuickBooks software. Learn a CRM. How to balance checkbooks. I feel like that'll go a long way. As far as college goes, I feel like I was at a different college every other weekend, but I was partying.
You were partying.
Yeah, but I was partying till maybe 3, 4 in the morning, and I would be at work at 6 o'clock.
Work, yes.
Hungover like all hell.
So that brings me, yeah, when I first came here, I lived in University City for like 2 years. Oh boy. We were going to work at 6. We were going to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're hungover like dogs.
Yeah.
But we went every day because if we didn't go to work, we didn't make money.
You didn't make the money. I wanted nice things. I had kids to support at a very young age. I had my first son at 18, and I had to pay for him. And I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? If I'm going to work on work release my junior year, I was making $600 a week with my dad. His mom took me to child support court, and I had to give her half of that paycheck every single week. And I'm like, something don't add up here. How am I able? How do I have to give you half of my check? Like, I get it. I had a kid with her, so I had to pay for this kid. But you
did the deed. You had to pay the punishment,
dude. I had to pay the punishment. I got 3 more years and child support's done.
Yeah,
can't wait. I am going to buy maybe a Ferrari or helicopter or something like that. I don't know, but
let me know. We'll go buy 2.
Yeah, we'll go buy 2. But that's part of what made me want to work much harder. I wanted to set my kids up. Now Jaden understands, Mackenzie and Mason, they kind of understand why I missed out on some of their sports and stuff. I was building the company. I try and make as much as I can now, but that was part of the reason why I had to grow up and really be a big boy. And nobody's, I didn't have that luxury of just staying in bed and not working. I had to get up and go to work and make that money. And, by 10 o'clock, I felt all right. So I was like, I'm glad I got my ass out of bed. But college, I don't know. I never went to college, so I can't speak to it. But
I know I have friends of mine's got kids like 17, 18. They're like, well, what do you think? I'm like, dude.
Don't ask me.
Don't put them in college. I'm like, just electrical. Send them to electrical school. Send them to carpentry school. There's just so much money to make out there.
There is. Especially with the AI stuff, and they're going to need certain, like with electrical. With the AI coming in, they're going to need like the infrastructure to be able to support the amount of AI that's going on. So
Yeah.
electrical is a good business to jump
It's
into.
crazy where AI is going, but it's never going to take over our
It's not
job.
taking over my job.
Not
I'll
taking
tell you
over.
that. It's going to make my job easier. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll help me out if they have robots that can install pavers.
It's
and dig
funny,
out
the
a
other
patio.
day I was like, job we got going on, and I was like, all right, how to pick up handrails and stuff, and I asked the guy how long's the stair area, and he's like, it's 10 foot. So I just went to AI. I'm like, 10-foot spindles.
Yeah.
Spindles, how many do they need?
Yeah.
27 spindles.
It's great. I mean, just today, like I have a 2,000 square foot driveway at 10 inches, right, of base stone. So I asked AI real quick, and it was like, oh, you're gonna need approximately 35 to 45 tons. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go with 45, just to make sure we have enough. Boom, right, real quick. On a calculator, it would have taken me like 2 or 3 minutes to figure it out. Draw
Yeah.
it all out. It's so easy. So that's what's gonna
imagine
make
we
us-
had that 10 years ago.
even like these silly little flyers that you want to advertise. Like you advertise your dumpsters, right? Post a picture of your logo on ChatGPT and ask it to make you a cool little flyer. It's people understand that it may be AI, but it gets the point across, shows some color,
Yeah.
and you're able to advertise it that way. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
The new world we live in.
It is nuts, dude. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Dude,
Appreciate
we got to
the-
get out golfing soon.
Oh, for sure.
so
You got to
let
see
me
the
know.
swing. It's
I-
going farther.
My swing has gotten a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been out. I haven't been out, dude. And,
Yeah.
it's something you got to do repetitive. So
Yeah, I got 79 rounds in last year.
79. I probably have
79.
five or six. That's why you're better than me.
My swing's just constant. It's just never changes anymore.
Yeah.
It's just same swing, same direction, same thing. It's
That's
just,
good, man.
It's
That's
just
good.
like computerized Janet
Yeah.
with the swing.
You just got it down.
Just got it.
Yeah, we got to get out. Maybe next week or a week after.
For sure.
Love
Thanks,
you,
buddy.
brother. Thank you. I got
Appreciate
you a
it.
little merchandise here. Little hoodie. It might be a little too small. You can give it to the old lady if it's
I
too
could
small.
probably give it to you, somebody. I'm sure I could figure out somebody.
Keep
Yeah.
us in mind for those new construction the pools, man.
If there's any pools, I'm like, I'll be selling. I'll upsell the pools.
Upsell the pool, take a
Upsell
little
the
money
pools.
off the top. I'll give you
That's
some
it.
kickback on it for sure.
That's what we're all
Yeah,
about, the markups
absolutely.
and takeoffs.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks
All right,
again.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.